Something inside of me. This is a step-by-step practice. We're going to start out by focusing on what it is that we're feeling at this moment. Our first step, we say, something inside of me is feeling. You can also say, I notice something inside of me is feeling a certain way. In step 2, we acknowledge it. We say, and I am saying hello to it. You're not saying that the feeling itself is something that you want to be feeling. And even acknowledging it does not mean that the feeling is going to stay the same. The feeling could change after you say this simple phrase, and likely it will as you notice that you are bigger than it, and not fighting with it gives you back your power. And again, remember, saying hello does not mean that you accept it, or even that you like this feeling. And just like a guest in your house, a guest can come and go. You're acknowledging this feeling at the door, but it does not stay because it's just the guest. And that alone can be powerful. Step 3 is self-compassion. You can take your hand and gently place your hand in a place on your body where you're feeling this feeling the most. Even if it is an emotional feeling, you can maybe place your hand on your heart or on your forehead. And if it's thoughts, maybe you just place your hand somewhere over your throat, the back of your neck, or the temples of your head. Remind yourself to bring a gentle, loving, and friendly quality of keeping company with this feeling. Just as a mom would touch a child's boo-boo. Notice that you have already shifted the emotional state of the feeling by defining what it is inside of you when you use that phrase, something in me. You don't have to know how you've done it or why. It doesn't matter in the least bit of how you were able to acknowledge what it is, and it doesn't even need words. It's yours and yours alone. Step 4 is sensing. I am sensing something inside of me is feeling maybe lonely or overwhelmed. Anything you like, you can insert there about how you're feeling right now. And I am saying hello to it. It's how we conclude the sentence. Take a few moments to feel your body in this space as you are. Feel the surrounding space around you and notice the contact points of your feet, leg, seat, and how they support you and your back. Take a moment here and take some time to just rest and to sit with yourself and this feeling in the moment. Consciously take a few deep breaths, continuing to notice your feet, legs, hip, body, throat, chest, face, and head. And just listen for the reason why the feeling is there. And it's important to know that maybe the reason for this feeling will never be revealed, or that the feeling is shy, and that is okay. Just continue to sit and be here to listen. And if your mind wanders, come back to the breath, using your breath as an anchor. Notice if the feeling inside of you is bringing up some body reactions. It could be a pulsing heart, tightness in the shoulders, a knot in the throat, a heavy heart, an uneasy belly. And even though they're discomforting, see if you can just say hello to those feelings or any feeling that you're experiencing. You can gently move your hand to that place on your body where you're feeling this. And just as the waves are all sizes in the ocean, these feelings are similar to the waves. And they're all sizes and shapes. But it's important to remember that you are the ocean. And let your chest rise up a little bit higher. Drop the shoulders down your back a little bit more relaxed. And feel a little bit more confident in how you are able to become larger than your issue, larger than these feelings. You are the ocean, and the issue is the wave. No matter how big, it's a minute compared to the vast body of water that the ocean holds inside of you. And continue to just listen as you're sensing for what this feeling is trying to describe to you and say. And your last step is understanding. Once it's revealed, if it is revealed, say, no wonder. I see why you feel the way you feel. No wonder is a remarkable phrase because it is the fastest and most pure way to deliver compassion and understanding to that feeling inside of you that is painful, hurting, or struggling for your attention. And when something inside of you receives that compassion, love, and understanding, it is being nourished to heal you. You are acknowledging that something in you has a feeling or emotion connected to a reason or belief. An example of this can be, I notice something inside of me is overwhelmed because I feel I have so many projects or homework due. And I'm saying hello to that. Maybe I place my hand on my belly because I'm feeling anxious. And that's where anxiety comes up for me. I'm sensing that something in me is overwhelmed because I have so many projects and homeworks due. Now, understanding is that I am assuming that this emotion may have a good reason to just be the way it is. That I don't have to agree with it or like it, but I'm able to acknowledge it and understand what it's saying. And I say, no wonder I am overwhelmed. I have 4 homework assignments due and 2 projects that are due this week. And that's a lot for anyone to manage. By taking a moment to just understand this feeling and acknowledge it, I'm able to give myself back my power and understand what I need to do, or at least understand a little bit more as to the why I feel the way I feel. You can do this anytime, going through this 5 steps. It doesn't have to take more than a few moments to check in with yourself. You can quickly acknowledge it by saying something inside of me is feeling, and I am saying hello to it. Placing a hand gently on your body where you feel this the most. And then saying, I am sensing something in me is feeling, and insert your emotions that you're feeling, and acknowledge it by saying hello to it. And then just sit with it for a few moments and see if it speaks to you. And then lastly, by understanding what it's saying, not necessarily agreeing, no wonder. And if this emotion does not say anything to you or is shy, that is important too to understand and acknowledge. Maybe you can be at peace without having to understand everything about this feeling, but just by recognizing that it's one feeling out of many, just as the waves in the ocean are one out of many, that you are bigger than your problem and you are bigger than this feeling because you are the ocean. You are a great, massive, powerful, strong, confident force. You can take a few more moments of breath at any time that you need, and that alone can help to anchor you. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.